Senior Registrar Medicine at Holy Family Hospital. The topic of my study is WBC to platelet ratio as a marker of adverse outcome in organophosphate poisoning. I am grateful to PSIM for providing me with this platform to showcase my study and my findings in front of my own people, as I have already presented my study internationally at a Royal College of Emergency Conference, UK in September 2023. Now I have got the chance to share my study with my own people. Coming across the introduction of my study, among acute illnesses presenting in emergency department, poisonings are very common. And among those poisonings, organophosphate poisoning is one of the commonest one, with approximately 3 million cases occurring worldwide annually. And in Pakistan, as Pakistan is an agricultural country, and these drugs are available over the counter, and one of the commonest cause of intoxication in young people. These are the few muscarinic and nicotinic effects that occur when a person is intoxicated with organophosphate poisoning. I won't go into the details because of the time limit, because most of us are aware already about the muscarinic and nicotinic effects of the organophosphate poisons. Need assessment. Many of the patients of organophosphate poisonings are initially managed at the primary and secondary healthcare setups, and then after that they are being referred to the tertiary care hospitals because the physicians think that they may need the intubation and higher care level. So there is a need to develop a quick and accurate prediction method or prognostic marker by which physicians could be aware that which patient should be referred and which should not be referred, because many a times we are having the over-enthusiastic referrals to our tertiary care setups. So I had a detailed literature review to find a prognostic marker which could easily be available at our underdeveloped country and in our resource-limited emergency settings, like in primary and secondary healthcare setups. Worldwide, the marker that is used for to predict the prognosis of a patient with organophosphate poisoning is the acetylcholinesterase level, and that is very costly. The other markers that are used are the Apache score and then the SAP score. All of these markers are really expensive and are not available in even in the many of the tertiary care setups of underdeveloped countries. So complete blood picture on the other hand is cheap and is easily available and has been found in various studies conducted internationally in India, in China, and in the Western world, that the WBC WBC is an important predictor. A higher value of WBC is a predictor of worst outcome in organophosphorus patients. So with this, I found a literature gap because no such study was ever conducted in my country. So I developed a rationale that to find a parameter that is included in the initial blood workup when a patient comes into A&E departments, so we could look for a strong prognostic marker hidden within the initial blood CPC of the patient. And if it is significant, then physicians can use them to improve management at primary and secondary healthcare setups while avoiding the unnecessary referrals and burden on the tertiary healthcare setups. So this was the objective of my study. So how to achieve this objective? A methodology was designed, and I conducted a retrospective cross-sectional survey in the medical emergency of Holy Family Hospital. And I included all the patients who had the history of oral exposure to organophosphate and patients older than 10 years of age. I excluded those patients who had a history of multiple poisoning intake or who had some other premorbids. Sample size was 46 patients, and the data collection tool was a questionnaire. Outcome variable was ED disposition of the patient, whether the patient was admitted, whether he was discharged, or he was shifted to medical ICU, or he died. Statistical analysis. Socio-demographic characteristics were described in terms of frequency and percentages. A univariate analysis by using a non-parametric test was used to explore the association between the lab findings and the emergency department fate of the patients. Then a Spearman correlation coefficient was calculated to find the strength and relationship between those variables. And following that Spearman correlation, regression analysis was also performed. A p-value of less than 0.05 was taken to be significant. This was the questionnaire, a very detailed one. Now coming across the results, my study showed some very interesting results. Coming across the age, the youngest patient was just 12 years of age. He was just a kid, but he was suffering from self-harm, the suicidal intent with the organophosphate poisoning. And mostly they were the females. 65% of the population was female. And in many of the studies that have been occurred in the world, they were contradictory to my result, because in the Western world, male gender was mostly affected with the poison. Next, mostly the patients were unmarried, young females. And 84% of the patient had taken the rat pill. That is very cheap and easily available. So this is the basic summary of my result. That discharged, 27% of the patients were discharged within the 12 hours of presentation in emergency. So out of 46, 27 discharged. That means 50% of the patient, they did not even needed the tertiary care referral at all. They should not be referred to the tertiary care setups. And admitted were 15 patients in ICU, 3 patients were sent in ICU, and only 1 patient died. So this is a histogram that I have already explained, that the youngest patient was of 12 years of age and the oldest one was 42. A non-parametric correlation analysis was performed, and a statistically significant effect of WBC to platelet ratio with a p-value of less than 0.05 was noted. Then Spearman-Rho correlation coefficient was equal to 0.458, which is highly significant, with a p-value less than 0.001. So those patients who have an elevated WBC to platelet ratio were likely to have a worse ED outcome. So this is my result. In the previous study, in the literature review, as I have told, that WBC, increase in the WBC is a predictor of worst outcome in organophosphate. My study also showed that with the value of 0.311. But what was new in my study, that WBC to platelet ratio was even more significant, with the raw value of 0.458. So this chart is very easily showing that the patient who had the WBC to platelet ratio of 0.05, they were discharged. And as the ratio is increasing, the patient is having the worst outcome in the form of admission in ICU. And there is an outlier in my result, that the patient with low WBC to platelet ratio has died. But this can be explained because in my study only 1 patient died and had a very small sample size. This outlier can easily be explained in further studies with a large sample size. This is also showing that a patient with higher WBC to platelet ratio there is an increased need of intubation. My study results were in line with many of the studies conducting worldwide. This is the discussion in detail. Like gender distribution, similar results in 2 findings, and the contradictory results in 3. There were more, but I have highlighted few because of the time limit and the limitation of the presentation. Then the main, my result was WBC as strong predictor of worst outcome. Many of the studies were showing the same result. And what was new in my study was WBC to platelet ratio. Ratio is a marker of outcome that has been explained in a study by Dunder et al. Also. So in conclusion, a very easily and readily available test at the primary and secondary healthcare setups in the form of complete blood count, which is readily available and is the quickest one. So we can predict the outcome mortality of the patient with organophosphate poisoning. There were a few limitations, one of which I have already highlighted, that a small sample size because it was a single institution study. So we could not assess the subclinical diseases. That was another limitation of my study. These are the extensive references. So this is the slide that only 12 rupees tablet can cost a 12-year-old kid his life. This is the gravity of these poisons here. Thank you so much. Any questions?